Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here today. The weather's kind of gloomy, but today's an exciting day for the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security, but especially for the Tennessee Highway Patrol's Knoxville District as we celebrate the opening of a new district headquarters. It's an exciting day for the department. It's an exciting day in our department's history. So on behalf of our department, thank you for being here. My name is Wes Moster. I'm the Communications Director for the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security. And at this time, we're going to begin with a word of prayer led by Lieutenant Daniel Reske.
Let us pray. Lord Heavenly Father, we come to you in prayer this morning. We come to you in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Lord, I'm just excited today to welcome these people here, to welcome these law enforcement officers from our community, our friends and other guests. I'm just thankful, Lord, that I work in a state and work for an organization that recognizes you and includes you in things like this. It's so important. I pray today, Lord, that this new building be a light to this community, that people will see this as the beacon of truth and justice that it is, and that the men and women who work here and the men and women who will pass through these doors year after year, generation after generation, will be inspired to be a light unto their communities. Lord, when we go out and we serve you and we think of you, one of the greatest things that we can ask for is wisdom. And in preparing this today, I was led to a verse that I pray that each of us will take from here today when we go out in our communities to serve, and that we'll operate in this wisdom. It comes from James 3, verse 17 through 18. But the wisdom from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, open to reason, full of mercy and good fruits, impartial and sincere, and a harvest of righteousness is sown in peace by those who make peace. I just pray that we can remember that as we discharge our duties each and every day, and once again that this place, this office, this job, and these troopers and these men and women who serve this community can be a light just like you are a light in our life each and every day. Bless them, bless this building, bless each person here as we celebrate you and we celebrate the opening of this new district headquarters. We love you and we praise you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
At this time, I'd like to introduce the Commissioner of the Department of Safety and Homeland Security, Commissioner Jeff Long.
Thank you, Wes. Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for being here today. Hopefully the weather will hold off for us and let us get through this, but we certainly appreciate your attendance today and especially your strong support for the Tennessee Highway Patrol. These are officers, as you know, as other law enforcement officers, go out and place their lives on the line every day for our communities. And it's certainly a recognition for them to have a facility worthy for them to be able to work out of here in Knoxville. At this time, let me ask you to rise, if you will. Turn around just a little. We're going to post the colors and then also say the pledge to the flag. Post the colors. If you will, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Today is a great day for service and public safety in Tennessee, specifically here in Knoxville, as we celebrate the opening of the new THP district headquarters. The previous THP district headquarters on Kingston Pike opened in 1966 and served THP well for 56 years. In January of this year, we started writing a new chapter in history by moving into this beautiful building that we're so excited now to call home. We would not be standing here today if it were not for the vision, the hard work, the dedication, planning, and persistence of several people and agencies. I want to take the opportunity to thank former Department of Safety and Homeland Security Commissioner Bill Gibbons, David Perkey, who is with us today, former Chief of Staff David McGriff, former Tennessee Highway Patrol Colonels Tracy Trott and Derek Stewart, Major Cheryl Sanders, and Knoxville District Captains Jesse Brooks, Michael Melhorn, and Stacy Heatherly for seeing this project through. The Tennessee Department of General Services, the architects, and the contractors worked tirelessly to bring THP a brand new headquarters. Commissioner Branscombe is here with us today from General Services, and if she will please rise along with her staff, any of the architects, the contractors, and anyone that helped on building this facility, please let us acknowledge you. Let me also say thank you to former Governor Bill Haslam, Governor Bill Lee, Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally, Tennessee Speaker of the House of Representatives Cameron Sexton, and the Tennessee General Assembly. I want to point out that we have several of those members from the Assembly here today attending with us, and Chairman Massey is going to try to recognize those just a few minutes. Your presence here today speaks volumes of your unwavering support for our department, and we want to say thank you. As I look out in the crowd, I see chiefs, sheriffs, officers, deputies, district attorneys, mayors, city council members, county commissioners, elected officials, public safety partners, retired members of the Tennessee Highway Patrol, and former commissioners. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here to help us celebrate today. Lastly, I am so proud and amazed by our troopers and the great work they do day in and day out. Their desire to serve, secure, and protect the people of Tennessee does not go unnoticed. They are the best of the best. The Tennessee Highway Patrol is one of the most respected law enforcement agencies across the nation. These men and women make a difference in people's lives for the better. They put their lives on the line for people they have never met. They are that thin blue line between order and chaos. Thank you to the troopers for what you do, and congratulations on your new home. It's now my great opportunity to introduce the Colonel of the Tennessee Highway Patrol, Matt Perry.
Thank you, Commissioner Long. Wow, this is an amazing day in this fantastic new facility. It's hard to fathom being in a place this nice compared to what we've been into for so many years. I want to thank everyone for coming today, particularly our troopers, to celebrate this special day. This is your new home. I hope you enjoy it, a place you can be proud of, to serve the citizens of Tennessee. It's an exciting day for us, especially the men and women that work here in the THP Knoxville District. Also, there's many retirees here. I think I saw Dennis Murray walk up. It's good to see some of the former members. They didn't get to enjoy this facility, but certainly they're always welcome, and the road they paved got us here. There's no doubt our new district headquarters will serve the department and the community well for many years. This beautiful new building is replacing the THP Knoxville district headquarters on Kingston's Pike, which was 56 years old the day we moved out. Counting the Knoxville district, THP has 8 districts across Tennessee. Jackson was the first to receive a new building, Knoxville obviously second, and hopefully we'll have 8 new buildings here in the next few years. Thankfully, we have the support of the legislature, certainly Lieutenant Governor McNally, Chair Lady Massey. I want to echo Commissioner Long by thanking former Governor Bill Haslam, Governor Bill Lee, the General Assembly, Commissioners Bill Gibbons, Commissioner David Perkey, Tennessee Highway Patrol Colonels Tracy Trott, Derek Stewart, the Tennessee Department of General Services, Commissioner Branscombe behind me. Here today, you'll hear from her next, the architects, contractors, and all their dedicated support to this project. I want to recognize that the undertakings like this one are only made possible by many people, those mentioned today and countless more behind the scenes coming together and working to make it happen and make it successful. I see a lot of chiefs. I've seen some. I saw Chief Thomas walk up. I think you can see by the presence here today, this is Tennessee Highway Patrol, law enforcement. We're one family working together, and hopefully this building is going to help us support each other more. But thank you for being here today. Thank you for this wonderful new facility.
This new building is also an example of partnerships in state government and how if you all work together, things can get accomplished. Our next speaker is certainly one that helped get this building to where we are today, and also, as you heard, is helping us to get new facilities across the state. It's my honor today to get to introduce the Department of General Services Commissioner, Christy Branscombe.
Thank you, Commissioner Long. Good morning. I am Christy Branscombe, Commissioner of the Department of General Services. It's a pleasure to be here today to cut the ribbon and to open the doors on this new facility. As the Commissioner of General Services, my department is responsible for providing strategic operational support services for all agencies and state departments across state government. And building new facilities and being the project manager and construction manager on projects across the state and state government is one of the services that we provide, and that's what we did here for this particular facility. We feel privileged to play a role. Definitely it has been an honor to work alongside the Department of Safety and Homeland Security and of course THP. They've been great partners in helping to bring this facility to life. The THP headquarters, or what they call barracks sometimes, I think most of you know they date back to the 50s and 60s. I think the most recent one was built at Fall Branch, I believe was in the 80s. And so these are very undersized and outdated. When you go into them, sometimes it literally feels like you're going back in time. So we are really happy to be able to be working on these facilities. It started about 5 years ago. People started realizing we needed to do something about these facilities, to update them and to replace them. And this is the second one. As you heard Colonel Perry mention earlier, we cut the ribbon on the one in Jackson a while back, and then here's our second one. They're pretty much all the same, but this one is a little unique. It's 23,000 square feet, and it also contains the legal department. So the legal department will be working alongside the patrol officers and the administration in this particular headquarters building, and we think it's going to really be very helpful to them. Also, district administration staff is in here, 4 separate THP departments, district drivers hearing facilities, and of course lots of office space at this terrific facility. So a project of this size and scope only happens when you have some really good, talented, dedicated people who are helping you. And so I want to mention some of those. First of all, to Community Tectonics. Don Shell, the principal, and Bill Vinson, the project architect. Allison Pelham is the interior designer, and Michael Kearney, the project manager. So thank you to Community Tectonics for your help on this project. Also, the construction team, and many of them are here today, and I've got to talk to them earlier, and they did a great job. We were very happy with them. Evans Ailey Construction, so I want to thank Steve Ailey, who's president, Matt Trumbull, project manager, and Eric Walden, superintendent. Thank you guys so much for all the work you did on this facility. I really have to thank the members of STREAM. The State of Tennessee Real Estate Asset Management Division is one of the divisions of my department, and I have several team members here today who I love working with, a great group of people. So I want to recognize them. Deputy Commissioner John Hall, he's sitting or standing somewhere over here. Hey, John. He is my deputy for State of Tennessee Real Estate Asset Management Group. I'd also like to recognize Peter Heimbach. I see Peter back there. Peter was the project manager for the Jackson facility and this facility. And we really want to thank you, Peter, because you've been a dedicated staff member working with THP, and we really appreciate all your hard work. So thank you. And also want to thank several more members of our team that are here. Kathleen Hansen is our Executive Director of Operations, Steve Lusk, Interim Executive Director of Real Estate Compliance, Jen Murphy, our Assistant Commissioner, Bruce Nelson, Executive Director of Real Estate Strategy, and Carrie Cowan, our Governor's Management Fellow that we are so happy that we get to have in our department. As Commissioner, we're just really excited that we got to play a role in this, but I will tell you, as a Tennessean, and at that, an East Tennessean from Knoxville, I'm grateful to the men and women who work at THP every day and delighted that we could be part of giving this facility to them, because the thing is that this is going to make it better for all Tennesseans. We're going to be able to provide better services all across East Tennessee because of this district headquarters. So we're really happy to be included in this celebration today. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Commissioner. Our next speaker is a lady who probably is one of the biggest supporters we have with the Department of Safety and Homeland Security. She chairs the committee in the Senate that we appear before frequently to make our known our actions that we're doing within the department. And she's going to introduce some of our distinguished guests today. It's my honor to get to introduce Senator Becky Massey.
Thank you, Commissioner Long, Commissioner Branscombe for being here, Colonel Perry, Captain Heatherly, Lieutenant Governor McNally, and Mayor Kincannon, and Mayor Jacobs. I did pretty good up here, you know. So, but it is an honor to be here and to be able to work with the Commissioner of Safety and Homeland Security on the safety of our state. And it's just really something that I take very seriously. I said I was a little girl when my dad was mayor, and I got to know all the policemen and that worked with the city, and it goes back, my appreciation for law enforcement and first responders goes back to when I was like 4. So it is an honor. You know, we've said that this, our former headquarters was, I've told somebody today, it was kind of going from a hut to a Taj Mahal, but it began in 1966. So how many people here went there to get their driver's license? Raise your hand. So we've got several that got our driver's license there. I remember going there and being real nervous and everything, but it really is an honor. I mean, yeah, the Highway Patrol has been around since 92 years, and it was a little known fact that I saw today that it was 1957 that THP got its first helicopter, and it was the first police force in the country to get a helicopter. So I thought that was really kind of an interesting fact. I've got several members that I work with in the General Assembly. I'm going to introduce them by name, and then we'll go with the rest of them. But we have Senator Mike Bell, Representative Sam McKenzie, Representative Dave Wright, and Representative Laurel Russell. So thank you all for being here. It's just an honor to work with them. Now, we're not going to introduce everybody else by name because we'd be here all day, but if you are an elected or official in cities or counties, raise your hand or stand up so everybody can see you. Thank you all for being here. You know, this, like I said, we talk about the Highway Patrol protecting us. And of course, the most visible is when you're driving by them on the interstate and you're trying to check your speed limit and make sure you're doing okay. But really, these last couple of years, it's really been more apparent to us in the General Assembly. While we've had some of the riots and destruction and threats over in Nashville, and the THP has been right there protecting us and helping us to feel safe, and we really appreciate that. And now, Colonel Perry, I've had a couple of troopers tell me today they really would like to transfer to Knoxville that are stationed elsewhere now that we've got this beautiful place. But it really just is an honor to work with the commissioner and supporting safety in our state. And I was honored to get the appointment of chair of the Transportation and Safety Committee by the Lieutenant Governor, Randy McNally, and he does an amazing job. And I think he's been cloned because he shows up everywhere. And he does represent part of Knox County, also Anderson and Loudoun, but we're proud to have him here today, and I'd like you to come up and say a few words, Governor.
Thank you, Becky, and it's a privilege for me to be here today. Commissioner Long and I go back a long ways. We go back to the Rocky Top days. He was a young TBI agent, still on probation, I think, weren't you? And I was a legislator, wet behind the ears still, and probably still am a little bit. I wanted to mention my first encounter with the Highway Patrol. It happened in Memphis, and Jan and I had just gotten married, and we were on our way out of town to our honeymoon, which we only had about 3 days to spend. And all of a sudden, I might have been going a little fast, not too fast. I noticed these blue lights in my rear view mirror, so I pulled over, and back then you could get out of your car. And I went back, and the officer was out of his car. He had his ticket bucket out, and was beginning to write. And he asked me where I was going. I said, well, we're going on our honeymoon. We've just gotten married. And he looked at me and looked at the car and could still see some of the writing. I'd gone through a car wash and hadn't gotten it all off, and still had a little rice in my hair. And he said, son, you've got enough troubles as it is. And he closed his ticket book and went back to his car, and we proceeded on. But, and please don't tell my wife that I told this, because she definitely doesn't like it. But my job here is to do two things. One is to congratulate you on your new headquarters, but certainly more important, it's to say thank you and tell you how much I appreciate each and every one of you, as well as your brothers in blue over there, and all the first responders, fire and ambulance. But every day you leave your house, you leave your family, and you don't know whether you'll be coming back, and they don't know whether you'll be coming back. And it's that kind of courage and dedication that I really admire and look up to. And I just want to say thanks to each and every one of you, and God bless you, and stay safe out there. Thank you.
Well, it's my pleasure to follow Lieutenant Governor and echo the comments of so many. I'm Mayor India Kincannon, and welcome to the city of Knoxville. We are in the city of Knoxville, even though it may seem like we're far from downtown. And we are so grateful for our troopers and the fact that the district headquarters is remaining here in Knoxville. So thank you for investing. I also want to give a special acknowledgement to Chief Eve Thomas, who is concluding her almost 30-year career with KPD and has led with so much grace and respect, and has gotten a lot of good things done for our community, including when you have a public safety emergency. You don't care whether it's KPD who answers, or state troopers, or sheriffs. You just want some help, and you want someone to come save your loved one or protect you from some kind of violent thing. And Chief Thomas has led with that spirit of collaboration, and I applaud her and also our state troopers for doing that collaboration. So thank you, Chief Thomas. And I also just want to say, a lot of elected officials say, and I am one of them, who says public safety is job one. It's one thing to say it, it's another thing to back it up with the investment. So congratulations to the state of Tennessee and everyone who is investing in this building, because investing in public safety is job one for our city and our county and our state. And I'm grateful and appreciate the investment, and thank our troopers for keeping us safe every day. Thank you very much.
Public safety. All right. Thank you for having me here today. I'm Knox County Mayor Glenn Jacobs. The elected officials have already been recognized, but I would like to give a shout out to Knox County Sheriff Tom Spangler, who is here today. Thank you for all that you and your office does. As mayor, as you all can imagine, I have a lot of interaction with law enforcement. Now, mine is positive because unlike the lieutenant governor, I don't speed, but it's positive because just to a person, I have found that folks in public safety here in Tennessee are in it for the right reasons. They're in it to make the world a better place, to help people. And that's just everybody from the Knoxville Police Department, the Knox County Sheriff's Office, and the Tennessee Highway Patrol. So thank you all for what you do. I was speaking a little bit earlier with some folks from our Regional Forensic Center, and they said they have a lot of interaction with you guys for obvious reasons, and just what great partners you all are. So thank you for doing that as well. Again, thanks to all of our law enforcement for what you do every day. Congratulations to THP on this new building, and may God bless you and keep you safe. Thank you.
Again, thank you everyone for being here today, and let me say a special thank you at the end to the Department of Transportation. They're the ones that set up the tents and the cover for you today, and are great partners of ours on the highway and also any other thing that we do. They're great partners with us. This is going to end the press conference. We're going to ask you if you want to come in and take a tour. You're welcome to do that. We're going to do a ribbon cutting in just a few minutes. But in order to close our ceremony, if you will rise again, we're going to retire the colors, please. Retire the colors.